These days, yeah, these days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own, nobody helped me for the dough. These days, yeah, these days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own. Where were you when I was broke? I've been trying so hard, I'm in my mama, bro. Might be smiling, but I'm always feeling down. Shit is stuck to my neck like I'm drowning now. Now I'm stuck here for long, ain't no clearing now. I got all of my realists around me now. Took a puff and then I exhaled out. So much smoke in my lungs, nothing coming out. So much smoke in my lungs, nothing coming out. These days, yeah. These days, yeah. You wouldn't know about bro, cause you ain't never involved. Oh. You wouldn't know about bro, cause you ain't never involved. No, man, I feel lucky in some couple days, wishing I could see my next day. I never prayed I had my bad days, never in class, I was always late. For this money, I'm a savage. I'm doing me while you mad shit. Never in a bookie doing gamblings, always on my own doing mad shit. Reload the chrome, make it backflip. If I had to get up the cash shit, if there's no bag, you use a plastic. In the trap, it's hella dirty. Wrong on moving, then I pick up the work. He might be skinny, but I'll lick him down 30. All of my realists around me are worthy, yeah. These days, yeah, these days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own, nobody helped me for the dough. These days, yeah, these days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own. Where were you when I was broke? She wanna fuck with me, honestly. Baby girl, roll out the broccoli. Honestly, I'm tryna get bands while you bother me. She wanna fuck with a kid. I got the keys to the whip. I ain't swimming in that pussy. Why would I bet by the bitch? Skinny nigga in the gym, yeah. I saw in my life I will never change. For the door, people always fake. I was on my own, never had shit. Now I'm in the trap getting bands quick. I was too young to be a savage. Take over this shit like a captain, yeah. These days, yeah. These days, yeah. You wouldn't know about bro, cause you ain't never involved. Oh. You wouldn't know about bro, cause you ain't never involved. These days, yeah. These days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own, nobody helped me for the dough. These days, yeah. These days, all these days, yeah. I've done it all on my own. Where were you when I was broke? These days, oh no. These days,
Day, Quan on the beat.